Hello everyone and welcome to a festive special of Cooking with Ant. And since it's a Christmas special, I thought I would do 2 recipes today. I know, I'm spoiling everyone including myself. Depending on how bad these are, I might be severely punishing myself. But I thought today we would make a beverage. So we're going to be making a vintage Christmas wine.
It's vintage.
And I think it's going to be very strong. I am going to get pretty drunk. You'll find us lying in the bushes outside after this. And then we're also going to be making a Christmas tree cheese dip. And you might be wondering to yourself, what is a Christmas tree cheese dip? Well, this is what it is. It's a almost tree-shaped looking mound of different cheeses with crisps. Or if you're in America, chips, because we call them different things. And I think it's going to be a very carb-heavy day today, which I don't mind. I love carbs.
I bet you do.
And I love alcohol as well, so I don't think this one will be too bad actually. I think I'm going to be eating my favourite things today. Fatty carbs and wine. What could go wrong? Okay, so I thought we'd start off with the Christmas wine first, because it needs to kind of set and stuff. And this Christmas wine is actually called Glögg. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I have a feeling I'm not going to be pronouncing that right.
Glögg.
But it's actually a traditional alcoholic mulled wine or spirit associated especially with Sweden, but also with Denmark, Norway, Finland and Estonia. It is a traditional Nordic drink during winter, especially around Christmas. So you know the Nordic people like to get pissed and I love that, love that. And we have mulled wine here in the UK. I think basically every country has their own version of like a mulled wine. And I've never particularly been a fan of it because it's often quite tart and I'm not a huge tart lover. But we'll see, I think it's going to taste very Christmassy. Alright, so what's my first step? I need a cheesecloth first. I've got my cheesecloth here and I'm going to need 10 cloves, 8 cardamom pods crushed, 6 prunes, 3 cinnamon sticks, half an inch of ginger root, but it also said it was optional, and also I forgot to buy any, an orange peel as well. Where's my whole cloves? I'm losing everything. Like, I lost my cloves, it was behind my pan. I've been looking for them. I'm having one of them days. And I was at work yesterday and I did a lot of heavy lifting, weirdly enough, and my arms, they're like so limp. I feel like all the energy and strength's been sucked out of us. I feel like my hands are just constantly like this. I know that won't make any sense at all, but like literally the strength in my arms has just been like and just like sucked out of us. And I don't have very strong arms to begin with anyway. You pissworm! Like my grip, I'm finding it hard to even like pick things up. Oh, I need the prunes as well. I'm forgetting everything. Okay, one thing I've just realised. I didn't buy prunes at the shops. I bought dates. Are they the same thing? I feel like they're very similar. I think it'll be okay.
Oh my god.
So I need 10 whole cloves. Where are my cloves at?
Where my people at?
And this is all going into our cheesecloth. I can't believe I bought a whole jar of them just for 10. Feels like a bit of a waste. 3 cinnamon sticks. 8 dried prunes pitted. I'm gonna go for soft pitted dates. I don't know whether they're dried. They feel a bit squidgy, so I'm sure it'll be alright. As you can tell, I don't know what I'm doing. 6. 8 cardamom pods crushed. I'm just gonna see if I can crush them with a spoon. I don't know how crushed they want them. I'm assuming they just want them kind of like split open. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'll just slide them into our cheesecloth. I know I do everything like really poorly, okay? Don't ask. I think people are used to seeing people on the internet and just on TV and stuff, like professional chefs do things really well. And then it's like, surprise, I do things really badly. I still end up getting there though, in the end. I just have my own ways of doing it. And it wants the peel of a medium orange. Also, I know this is a traditional recipe in obviously Sweden and other places. I'm only making it how the internet told us to make it. So I can only apologise if this is wrong or if this is not how you actually make it. I'm just trying my best. And I'm also sure a lot of people have different ways of making it and different kinds of recipes. So it's hard to find the actual true recipe of something. I'm gonna stick that in our bag as well. So now I'm gonna need half a cup of water. Now I remember a liquid and a dry cup are 2 completely different things. So bear with us 1 second. 250 millilitres of water. Okay, that makes sense to me. I can do that. We're going to turn our hot plate on and we're going to stick our cheesecloth full of all those Christmas ingredients, and that's just going to place in there. And we're going to get all them gorgeous Christmas flavours soaking in that water. Right, and then we're going to cover that, bring it to the boil, and we're going to let it simmer for 3 minutes. And then once we've done that, we can move on to the next step. There are so many steps involved. Mainly in the wine, the cheese dip sounds like it's going to be a piece of piss to me, but the wine seems like a bit of an ass on. But you're also going to get a lot of wine from it. It's like a full on, almost like a big punch that's going to serve loads of people. I don't know why I'm making so much of it. I'm going to have to like bottle it up and take it to work or something because I'm going to have loads left over and I can't drink it all. I'll die. I'll die of alcohol poisoning. Okay, so our spiced water should be ready now, and it smells so ridiculously Christmassy. It smells so nice, it really does. And the recipe called for a Dutch oven, which I didn't have a clue what a Dutch oven was. And it basically just looks like a casserole dish with like handles on it that obviously you put in the oven. And I don't have one, and I couldn't find one at the shop, but I do have this dish, and I feel like that's pretty similar. It's like a casserole dish, so I think this will be fine. So I want to remove the cheesecloth from this pan, and then pour our liquid into here. Not a lot. And then it wants half a cup of brown sugar. Okay, try and dissolve that in a little bit. It also wants 2 bottles of port. So I've got some port here. How alcoholic is port? 19%. Oh, I've just realised. I bet it needs a corkscrew. I hope I've got one. Please be just a twisty. I think it's a twisty. Yeah, it is. I thank God for that. So I don't think I've got a corkscrew. I don't think I like port. I'm just gonna have a quick taste. Actually, you know what? It's alright. I was pulling the face there, but it's not too bad. It's not as tart as I was expecting. That's quite nice, actually. Stick one in there. Like, it's quite a high percentage of alcohol, but it doesn't taste... I don't know. Well, actually, it's warmed us up a little bit. That first, like, you know, when it hits you and you're just like, it's made us do that a little bit. And how depressing is this as well? When I was at the shop, I was buying, obviously, all my ingredients for this. I went to the till, and you know how, like, strict they are with IDing people for alcohol and stuff. Anyway... rocked up looking super like cute and young and everything. Didn't get ID'd. Furious.
I'm old!
There's nothing more depressing than getting to the age where you don't get ID'd anymore. It's sad. It's very, very sad. It's a sad feeling. It also wants a bottle of muscat, and I looked everywhere for muscat. It's basically a type of white wine, and I couldn't find it. It took us ages to find all these ingredients, by the way. And as well, I'm not like a winey person. I don't know my wine, so trying to find a specific wine, like, I don't know. I just buy it if it looks alright and it's cheap. That's as much as I know about wine. But I did buy a muscadet, which sounded very similar, so I'm hoping it's kind of the same. And it wants a whole bottle in here. And I have a funny feeling this might be a corked one. Oh, it is. It's a corked one. Bear with us 1 second. I'll see if I've got a corkscrew. I have a feeling I don't have one. All is not lost. I do have one. I thought I was going to have to do one of them tricks with the knife, where you slice the top of the bottle off, which would obviously end really badly. I always find as well, like a corked wine just feels fancy, doesn't it? Very fancy. Let's just try it. What percent is it? I don't think it's a very strong wine. 12%, that's an out. Yeah, it just tastes like a white wine. Bit dry. It's alright. Doesn't have a lot of flavour, actually. I can't taste like the fruits or anything. But in it goes. Now what else does it want? So we want a tablespoon of aromatic bitters. Now I didn't have a clue what aromatic bitters was. I wasn't sure whether it was like a dry ingredient or... I don't know. I just had no idea. Apparently it's an alcohol, and it's a very strong alcohol. It's 44.7%, and it looks like this, which almost looks like medicine, really. I've never had it before, so I'm interested to see what this is like. It comes with like a weird vinegar top. I'm just going to try like a little bit. It almost looks like vinegar. It doesn't have a smell, so that's alarming. Let's try it. Who's drinking that? I don't think that's like... Are you supposed to put that in your mouth? I don't know whether you are. It tastes like medicine. It literally tastes like medicine. Like an alcoholic medicine. It's very strange. Very, very unusual. Oh, it's from Trinidad and Tobago. It almost tastes like medicinal, but with like a punch. This would be actually great if you had like a cough or a flu, just like roll on. And funnily enough, it only wants a tablespoon, and I'm not surprised. As if it has this weird little cork so you can't get loads out. It must be used for something specific, and I'm obviously missing something. There we go. And now it also wants half a cup of raisins. Why? And I think that's all we need in there. Yep, so we're going to cover this and let it stand for around 8 hours. Just to kind of marinate and for obviously the raisins to soak it all up. Let me just quickly try a little bit now while it's like this. Because it gets more stuff put into it afterwards, by the way. So this isn't the final product. Oh, that's very bitter. It's very tart. It's strong as well. I'm surprised it's that strong. It might be that bitter... drunk already. Might be the bitter stuff I've put in. It's got like just like a strong taste. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be a bit sweeter, but it's very tart and very alcoholic. This would get you shit-faced. Oh my god, it would get you so hammered, it's unreal. Okay, well, we'll stick the lid on this. We'll let it rest and do its thing for a while. We'll move on to the cheese Christmas tree dip thing, because I think that needs some time to do its thing as well.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
And we're going to need 8 ounces of cream cheese. To be fair, I don't think the measurements have to be particularly accurate with this. It's essentially just a mountain of cheese. And also, I have to make this look like a Christmas tree. In the original picture, on their recipe, theirs doesn't look like a Christmas tree.
Help me!
Oh, also, I forgot to mention, you know when I was going on about the doctor thing and I was worried and I'd had an appointment and stuff, it turns out that apparently my liver function was like off or something. It was raised for whatever reason. And also my cholesterol was high, which I already knew about, but apparently my cholesterol at one point was like 6.4 last time I got it checked, and it went up to 7.2. So it got worse. And anyway, I've had some repeat bloods done, and my liver function's gone back to normal now. I did have a very bad cold at the time, so that might have obviously affected the liver bit. And my cholesterol, even when I haven't done anything, went down to 6.9. Still high, but there's not a lot I can do about it. At the end of the day, my cholesterol, although like I'm literally making a bowl of cheese at the moment, but my usual diet is quite healthy.
Lies.
But it's genetic. You know, all my family have high cholesterol. Thanks, ma'am. It just is what it is, and you know, I'll just keep track of it, and then if I have to be on statins, then I have to be on statins. But it's not the end of the world, so there's nothing to get worried about. It's just my veins getting clogged up with fat.
Yum.
A cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and I decided to go for mature cheddar, and it's already grated, so I didn't have to do that because I'm feeling lazy. And it also wants half a cup of crumbled blue cheese. Again, lots and lots of cheese. I've never actually tried blue cheese. I bought a Cambozola Blue Brie. Don't know what that means. And again, I absolutely love cheese. Really love cheese. Oh my god, I could just eat cheese every day. But I'm not a cheesy person. Just like I'm not a winey person. Like, I like wine and I like cheese, and that's about it. I don't know all the details around it. I know there are a lot of people who are like experts on wine and cheese. I'm not one of them. I've always been off-put by blue cheese because obviously it's got like blue bits of mould in it, and I find that a bit off-putting. But we'll see what it's like. Cut me off a little slither. I'm assuming you eat the outside bit as well. It hasn't got a lot of flavour. It's nice. Very nice. In fact, it's delicious. It's not very cheesy. I, for some reason, thought blue cheese would be overpoweringly cheesy. It's got a very kind of mild flavour, but a very creamy flavour. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. If you like cheese and you've never had blue cheese before, oh, I'd recommend it. Oh, that's delicious. Yum, yum. How much is one half a cup crumbled? I don't understand what it means by crumbled. I'll just stick half a cup in. It wants a quarter cup of minced onion. It didn't specify what kind of onion, and I've already got a red onion, so I was like, an onion's an onion, it doesn't really matter. And it also wants a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I'll just give this a quick little mix. So now it wants me to fold in the cheese.
It says fold it in!
I'm just kidding, it wants us to beat it. That flicked so much onion and cheese around the studio, it was unreal. There's cheese and onion everywhere. Let me just try it to see what it's like at the moment, because it does look really delicious. No. Oh my god.
I'm coming.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. That's ridiculous. I know it's like gonna sound gross, but I could just sit and eat this bowl. Don't judge us.
You fat bitch.
But now we need to construct our tree, I think. So we need to get a plate, put a bowl underneath. I don't feel like I'm gonna have enough to make a tree. So we're just gonna spoon it on top of this bowl to make what kind of looks like a Christmas tree. And just kind of like cover the bowl like this. This is literally what it's telling us to do, okay? I know it looks weird and seems odd. I don't understand why not just like triple the recipe or something so you have more and then you could do more with it, but I've just done as I'm told, really. Okay, I've literally just say covered this bowl. Really, it just looks like a blob. But there are some extra bits we're going to add later once this is chilled, and that's going to kind of add the Christmassy tree elements to it, apparently. So I'll stick this in the fridge, I'll let it chill, and then we'll come back in several hours, we'll finish off the Christmas tree, and also we'll finish off the wine, and then we can finally eat all of this. Proper chew on, proper clat on today. Okay, your favourite internet cook is back. And I thought we would finish off the wine first.
Obviously.
So I can have like a little nom nom while I make our Christmas tree cheese dip.
This is not just Christmas food. This is
So believe it or not, this one's more alcohol in it. So apparently, let's have a look at it now. Oh, like the fumes could get you pissed. That's how strong it smells. So apparently, you can warm this up or you can have it cold. I'm just gonna have it cold because I can't be asked to put the oven on and warm it up and stuff.
You lazy bitch.
But I'm gonna need 1 cup of vodka. Why vodka? I don't know. I don't question these things. Oh, I can feel the raisins at the bottom. It feels a bit thicker. That's interesting. And then we take our glass. Apparently, for some reason, it wants us to stick 2 almonds in it. I don't know why. Why am I putting 2 almonds in? And now we just ladle our wine over our almonds. I can smell it. It smells so strong. I like my booze, but I think this is even going to be a bit much. Okay, cheers, everyone. I feel like this is going to kill us. You know what? It's nice. It's very, very nice. It's palatable. I thought it was literally going to burn the whole of my mouth and my throat. It's sweetened up a little bit. I don't know why. Before it felt very tart. Now it's just like, just a bit nom-nom. Oh, that's delicious. A little bit more of that into here. Yes, please. Oh my god, it feels like Christmas. Weirdly as well, I'm not a lover of mulled wine or like red wines or anything, but this is very, very tasty. I still have no idea why I've got 2 random almonds in the bottom of my drink. I feel like that's a choking hazard. And I've got some for later as well. We'll just put the cover on that and we'll finish that off another day. I don't want to, you know, get too carried away. Right, okay, let's finish this. Whatever it is off. I can't call this a Christmas tree. I look at it, it's not a Christmas tree at all. But let's see if the decorations make it look like a Christmas tree. So we're going to decorate this with candles. And they use something called whistles. We don't have whistles in the UK. It's obviously like a thin hoop kind of shape. But what we do have is hula hoops. And I thought hula hoops were a similar shape. I don't know whether they're similar consistency. And what you're supposed to do is get your hula hoops or your whistles or whatever the hell they're called. You also want some pimiento peppers, like slices, but I couldn't find pimiento peppers, so I just bought char-grilled peppers. Doesn't really matter. And you're just gonna shove them into our cheese mountain, just like that. Oh, you can just feel the Christmas tree coming alive.
That's a Christmas miracle!
And it brings you back. It brings you back to yesteryear when Christmas trees looked a bit different. And now we take our peppers. I'm just gonna cut it on here, and you just want slithers of this off, and then these are gonna go into here, and that resembles the flame of a candle. See, you didn't think these were gonna look like candles, did you? And then the flame went in and you were like, it's all coming together now. I didn't expect this to be in oil. I for some reason expected it to be in like a vinegar. It's caught us by surprise. My fingers feel very lubricated, and not in a good way. Sorry, I think I've had a bit too much of that Christmas wine. Apparently I turn into a slut when I've had too much Christmas wine. Okay, so we've got all our candles in place. We want to also decorate with some parsley. Doesn't that look festive?
No.
Okay, that's enough parsley, I think. And then also you want a dippy station around there. So you're just going to empty your crisps on the side. So this should technically be your whistles, but again, we don't have whistles in the UK. It also wanted daisies.
Marc Jacobs.
I don't know what daisies are, and we also don't have daisies in the UK, but they look a little bit like skips. And these are prawn cocktail flavour, so it doesn't really go, but they're the same shape, so I think that's all that matters. Just stick them on there. And then also it wanted bugles, and we do have bugles in the UK, but I could only find southern style barbecue flavour, which I don't know whether it goes and whether that's the flavour that they were actually wanting, but that's what you're gonna get. Okay, and here it is, our Christmas tree triple cheese laid dip thing with crisps. Now I don't think this is actually going to be very offensive, and also this obviously isn't like a dinner you're going to want to eat. Like, I'm not going to sit down and prepare this for myself and eat it in one sitting. This is more of like a sharing party kind of food. But let's have a try. So I'm spoiled for choice. Where do I even start? We'll go for a hula hoop first. Just grab a little bit of our Christmas tree there. You know what? Absolutely delicious. This is my kind of food, you know. I know it looks an absolute mess, and it doesn't look like a Christmas tree at all, but like, it's pretty good. Let's try it with the barbecue ones. You know? Good. I'm gonna try it with a skip. Oh my god, delicious. The thing is, if I wasn't like trying to be careful with my cholesterol and everything, I could easily scoff the entire thing. I just love cheese. I do think it's a weird food item to serve at a party. I think looks wise, people would be a bit like put off by it, but as soon as they started tucking in, they'd be fine with that. If you like cheese and you like onion, you would absolutely love this. And if you just like wine, you would really enjoy this. What a great day. I wish I didn't have to like look after myself. Isn't it sad that things like cholesterol exist? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just all eat whatever we wanted to eat and not worry about it? I should really stop because I will eat this entire thing. Like, I'm trying to be a little bit good, but with Christmas around the corner, like, who cares? And also, winter time, you need a bit of padding, don't you? You need a bit of fat to keep yourself warm. That's the whole point. Yes, absolutely delicious. I would highly recommend it. And also, absolutely delicious. I would also highly recommend it. Proper winner today. 2 for 2. Anyway, I think that just about does it for a festive edition of Cooking with Ant. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments whether you'll be making some gorgeous Christmas wine or a Christmas tree cheese dip. I also wanted to say a big thank you to Jessica for becoming an exclusive VIO. You very important orange you. And I'll see you on Friday for a brand new video. That's if I make it, because like cholesterol's trying to kill us off and I'm eating this. My liver function was off and now I'm drinking wine. I really need to start looking after myself. I do try, it's just my body's fighting against us. Okay, I best go away. I have to like edit loads of videos and stuff and all I can think about is finishing this and having another glass of wine. It's very dangerous this because it doesn't actually taste that alcoholic and there's a lot of alcohol in it. I don't know whether I'd like it warm. I quite like it just like room temperature. I don't know, warm would feel, maybe I would like it warm. I think I would like it either way. I don't think it really matters. I'm probably not picky, am I? I just like anything really.